Hello and welcome, my name is Axel K and today we're taking a look at Naga Priest. Naga Priest is all about rotating between Nagas and Serpent Week to create huge minions with near infinite value. When a minion is big enough, you hit it with a Shadow Word Devour and bless to go for a huge lethal. You want a hard mulligan for Serpent Wig? This is by far the best card in the deck. You can also keep a Thrive in the shadows to look for a Serpent Wig on turn 2. And if you get any of these cards, you can look for Vicious Slither Spear, Murkwater Scribe, and Radiant Elemental. It's also very powerful to coin out a Crush Claw Enforcer on turn 2. The game plan is pretty simple: play Nagas and Serpent Wig to create a huge minion with a ton of value, but there are a couple of things to keep in mind. Serpent Wig is great to deal a ton of damage, but it's also a very powerful resource to play around board clears. This means that you don't always want to buff an active minion. Buffing your minions above 5 HP is great to avoid most board clears like Null, Abyssal Wave, and Shield Shatter. It's very important to keep your board alive since it's hard to stabilize after. Blademaster Samuro is a great comeback card to deal with your opponent's board. I like to combo in with Shadow Word Devour or Bless for an easy board clear. Najak Hexen is great to bypass taunts for lethal, but he's also a great buff target with your wig to keep him alive while holding your opponent's minion. Radiant Elemental is one of the best buff targets. He will make your Serpent Wigs free so you can cycle a ton of Nagas and buff him and finish your turn with a Priestess Velish to regain mana and do it all over again. Remember to look for early lethals since it's very easy to high roll with this deck. And remember to keep your board alive since this is a very tempo based deck and you only run one rush minion and not any strong board clears. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're approaching a new mini set as well as a new season and I'm super excited about both of them. If you want to see both the good and the bad games, check out my stream here on YouTube. It's Sunday to Wednesday from around 19 to 21 Central European time. Thank you guys so much for all of the support. It really means a lot to me to have so many people who support me and my dream. Thank you guys so much. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, but most importantly, enjoy the games. Hello and welcome to some Naga Priest. You guys already know how I feel about tribal decks. I love them, I love them, I love them, I love them. And especially when we get a hand like this. This might actually be a full keep because we could go Murkwater on 1 and then the wig. But then we won't have a turn 2 play, so I think we might throw one thing. This is really good on the coin though, but we're always playing this on either 1 or 2. So I feel like we want to get this handmaiden out. So let's throw this and see if we can get something juicier. If we could get like a 1-drop, like Slither Spear, it's gonna be good. We just got the same thing. But yeah, I've been having a heck of a run with this deck. So I'm thinking that we actually might want to go coin, Murkwater, and Serpent Wig right away, just to control the board. If this guy is a paladin, he doesn't have the golden hero power, which means that it's probably a rogue. Still, like, it's very powerful to create a... Oh, there it is. Okay, a paladin. It's still very powerful to create like a what's it gonna be? Like a 4/4 on turn 1. It's almost too good, right? But then we don't have a play for next turn. But we kind of want to get in there before we lose all the tempo. Like, paladin against priest is usually like very tempo heavy. So I feel like this is an alright play. We might just take a trade and heal, depending on what he does. But you know, the first guy to lose the board is the guy who's gonna lose the game, in my opinion. And we had like a super strong play and he had a weak play. We never use like a Serpent Wig without anything. So let's do this and we take the healing here. Like, I'm not too concerned about my own HP right now. And now we can kind of decide if we want to draw with the Enforcer or if we want to pop down a big boy. Like, this is a pretty good Devour target if you want to make a big, like, a big Bless minion. But I think we actually just want to go for draw. And then afterwards, we can start cycling really hard, right? On turn 4, we play another one together with like a Serpent Wig or even a Handmaiden. But I will still want to keep controlling the board. Because we are... Okay. We could actually find another wig with this. It might be a super slow play, but it's... I feel like it's alright. It's definitely the most greedy play, just to have 2 wigs, but I don't see us wigging too much. The problem with this is, like, if we go Thrive and find a wig, we could activate this so we can play it next turn and wig it up, but I feel like we just want to gain some more tempo here. That was like the plan from the beginning. And now this one is activated. We could play this and wig it and just keep controlling the board until we get something big. That's annoying. This is a holy paladin, so he could just wipe our board whenever he feels like it. So I guess we'd have to go for treasure guard, buff something up. We might actually buff the treasure guard. Yeah, this is a treasure guard buff. And we're not killing this, right? But I guess we could put this here just to remove the divine shield. But this is definitely like, it's an annoying play for us to deal with. If he goes wide, we could try to hit an early devour if we find a bless, but this is pretty good to just have in the pocket. Actually, we could have gone looking for Shard of the Naru, but if we see another one, or if he plays like fill his board with taunts, we could use the Narrow to get past them. So it's kind of good that we didn't go looking for the other wig, even though the other wig is just a ton of damage, tempo, everything that you want, especially now that we're going to be able to cycle some pretty cheap Nagas together with the Serpent Wig. This one, like, we have tons of draw. This, 3 cards, 1 card. This is eventually 3 more cards. So we're gonna blow through our deck. Hopefully it just doesn't like kill us before. I'm kind of banking on this guy being just a very standard Holy Paladin, which is annoying because they do have a lot of board clears. And it seems like he has a pretty dry hand, which might mean that this is a Cariel, which can be rough to deal with. But now we can get through this. We could actually buff up so we don't die. We could draw a Serpent Wig, or we could just get the School Teacher down here. I feel like the School Teacher is better. It works better with the curve together with the Serpent Wig. It's a good condemn. It's a really good condemn. Actually, Devouring Plague is pretty good as well. I think Bless is way better actually. The first card that I didn't think about. And then we want to make this a little beefy. And we take this. I know I'm gonna lose this minion, but I feel like I want this one to be big. Like, he's protecting all of my other stuff. And we don't want to... I think a good reason to not pick Condemn here is because we kind of want these to... we want to take their HP if we find a Devour. Now we have the Bless, so we can kind of start working towards lethal. Like, best case scenario, we hit lethal right here, but I don't think so. We don't have a light spawn, so it's a little too early to start thinking about that. But we're chugging everything face, because I do have a feeling that this is a Cariel. So, can make the game incredibly much more difficult. Now we gotta think about our next curve, because we can't play a Serpent Wig right away. We need to play something first. We could go for the draw actually. This Serpent Wig, this Serpent Wig kind of works. But we don't want to Bless, so I guess this would be go first, right? To make him big for next turn. And can we put everything... I wonder if we can put everything above... if we can put everything above 2 HP. We need to do that at least, if next turn is a Cariel. And... we could Bless something, but I don't really like it. I kind of want to get the Queen's Guard down, but then we need to Bless something. Like this. We might actually go for a big Bless swing here. It's gonna be 8. It's a lot of damage. Because this, together with a Serpent Wig. Then we do the Serpent Wig. We have a ton of draw, so we don't have to be like too scared of anything. And then we play the Queen's Guard. I think this is like one of the best Queen's Guard opportunities that we have. Now makes me think, did I have lethal in any way? To everything. Everything except this survives. Then he goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Just a full board clear. I was scared of that Cariel. Whoa! Maybe it's the biggest of smites. Is this game? Equality, no. Full clear. At least we have a lot of fuel, right? There we go, he totally crashed my game up. This plus wig, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we could go for a handmaiden here. But we want to make sure that this is beefy before. And then we play the wig. Play this. We get a free wig here. Let's put it here to make both kind of survive Cariel. And then we go for a handmaiden to draw and to activate the wig. Oh, that's a good. It's a good thing to have that shard. Now we could actually find Bless. I think guaranteed, right? Yeah, Bless and Devour. No, Bless, Devour and Wig. But, you know, we have 2 tries on it. I feel like we're pressuring really good, but he could also go like Holy Mackerel and just get everything back. But there is definitely a chance to go lethal, to get lethal here. Especially if we kind of focus on this, he's gonna get a lot of attack. He gets 1 more attack if we bless him, which is pretty good. I think actually might be better to focus on the scribe, right? This is the only thing that dies to Cariel. So I feel like we're doing a good way of just playing around it. And that's lethal, right? Oh, and the Devour, super good. We just want to do it like this. Do it like... I didn't even have the Bless yet. Alright, good thing. But we could definitely have found it. Alright, I think it's so fitting that we got this really nice portrait where she's a Naga and you're playing with Nagas. No, I think it's, I really like this deck and I like the theme. Nagas are my favorite, like it's my favorite minion type. Because they're a little OP sometimes, but you need to set them up correctly. By the way, we just mulligan for Serpent Wig because it's so good. It has a ridiculous win rate. This could be a rogue. Just like the last guy, you always have to kind of glance over at their hero power to see if it's golden or not, because depending on where you are, I guess, most people are going to be golden with the class that they're playing, at least in Legend, and maybe in Diamond and Plat as well. Do we ever tempo the Elemental here? If it's a rogue, it could just get killed by Tooth of Nefarian, so I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this Queen's Guard down. Not that it does anything, except it gives me tempo. I want to use my mana and I want to put some minions in play. Things that you could hold on to are, I guess, Radiant Elemental and Shadow Devour, because you can like set up a lot with these. Also, farming spells is great for Crush Claw Enforcer and stuff, and even Handmaidens, right? Now is the question, do we ever go Radiant here? Radiant and just put him to 4 HP. I don't like it. Also, like, we're gonna spend mana here, so it's either Handmaiden right now. Am I gonna use that draw? I feel like it's better to go Radiant, but it's quite scary, right? Maybe the Handmaiden is better. It curves out better and it doesn't die to Tooth. This one dies to Tooth though. Next turn we're going School Teacher. This can really dry us out if we don't get any other draw. But I'm gonna go for it. I'm going for the risky play. Just to put more power in play. Plays around Tooth a little bit at least. So maybe he wants to kill this instead. Then we chip another 3 in there. And now we can set up the School Teacher, which is quite good. But yeah, if I had a wig, I probably would have saved this. Just to draw. The Hexen isn't really doing a lot here, but it's nice to have the Hexen combined with Devour, like if he explodes on the board. It's gonna be good. For instance, if we see like a prep vessel, we could make this we could make this really big. But not right away, right? Because it doesn't work on curve and he would just kill this anyways. But since he's gonna have these minions out, right? It's a pretty nice thing to have. We could actually make the treasure guard huge here. Let's see, it would be a 9. So it would save us a lot of damage. But I don't think this is a Devour turn, right? Next turn I guess I could go treasure guard, Radiant Elemental and Devour. So let's play the big boy. This also kind of blocks damage a little bit. And we definitely want to go for a Thrive. This can give us a Wig if we're lucky. And this is kind of awkward trades for him, right? If he wants to trade with it. I feel like if you're a rogue, you kind of want these to hit face, depending on if he has a null or not. If he has a null, we could take the null with Najak and just kill it off into one of these if he develops a lot. So I think that's kind of fine. But hopefully he leaves us with at least 1 minion, right? Like Najak together with Nagaling is pretty powerful. Now that Devour is looking kind of nice, but he's definitely drawing for a null. Gone fishing. We could do like the huges of Devours here. Wait, do we ever lethal him here? No, because he's clearing everything. I was thinking like, can we Devour, find a bless with this? That's a Wig! Super good. Bum, bum, Wig. We could play the Radiant here. I mean, Wig and Devour is pretty good. Kills off 2. Yeah, I think we have to use the Devour here. But question is, if we want to play the Radiant Elemental, we could actually give him a lot of HP instead of the Treasure Guard. Treasure Guard would go down to 4. Question is, how do we wanna invest in the Treasure Guard here? I think we're playing this Elemental to make him big. Now we play this. And then we get a ton of HP. Like, there is a world where we buff this, but I don't think it's correct. Because we kind of want to go Nagaling and then find the Serpent Wig. We're still in very early stages of the game. Can we lethal here? Too bad we don't have that Bless. If we pick a Bless, we can get this to like 12. We get this to... We could almost kill him, right? We could weave in 3 of the Wigs. Probably, right? Or 2. It's gonna put this to 14, 16. It's almost. We could take this with Hexen as well, which is pretty good. Let's see what we get first, because we might actually want to go for another Devour. We got the Wig, the Shard. Shard is pretty good. We can't play Thrive together with Hexen here, so let's go for the... Actually, Wig is huge, but let's silence this. And now we buff this. Play this. Bomb. Oh! Goes back to 2. Not the best. Play the Wig. Discover a Naga. Maybe like some draw. Play this, and then do it like this. A ton of damage, and this is really powerful as well. How much does he have with a Smite? It's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I mean, he probably wants to go all in on this one. Too bad we kind of... we got a really bad... what's it called? A really bad Thrive. But I mean... We're kind of getting there, right? He's just trying to reduce the HP in case of a Bless. It's an Amalgam. There we go. Easy peasy. We never even get to Bless, right? I just want to get a really, really sweet Bless game. And we start off with the Serpent Wig. We like it. I think Crush Claw is great, but it's a bit too slow. Radiant is also very nice on the wig, but I want to start cycling this, so I would have kept the Radiant if I've gotten like a Vicious Slither Spear or something, but I feel like we're throwing it. I know it's a really good mulligan card, but I just want to kind of get this going, and if I have to, we might even tempo the Amalgam of the Deep, but it's also quite nice to just look for the other wig here. So on turn 3, we could play Amalgam of the Deep together with Serpent Wig. That's the Radiant Elemental, that's really good. Let's go look for the other wig. There it is. Hopefully this guy just... hopefully doesn't punch me too hard here. But now we actually have a lot of like pop-off value. Whoa. Kinda wish I would have picked something else. Oh, that's good. Treasure Guard activates this. Then we can play the Radiant Elemental. Buff it twice. Play the Amalgam. Discover an Elemental. And then buff it again, maybe? Yeah. And then we're gonna have a huge Elemental that he has to deal with. And we're probably gonna be able to draw here, which is good with this. It's a very dangerous board. He has a lot of tempo, especially if he plays like the double Nagas or whatever. But if we can kind of survive the initial damage, I think we're gonna be good. I think we're gonna have a really good game. There we go Wig. Wig. Play this and thrive. Whoa. And then wig it up again. That's really good. Actually, we just want to go big, right, with the Devour. It's not gonna clear his board. If we silence though, we're gonna get rid of a buff. So I think that this is a better silence here. Like this, and these won't really be super strong, and then we can keep going. Whoa. Now we have the hugest of Radiance, and if you can't deal with it, we're just gonna keep having these free wigs. I mean, if we find the Devour and a Bless here, we're just gonna have a good time. So he needs to clear. Good for us. Tons of value and tons of wigs, but this is better, right? Because we're gonna be able to play the other Naga as well. So let's go for the School Teacher because it's just beefy. Thrive, super good. And we want to keep... I think we just go all in on this one. And now we Thrive. To find a Bless, right? Devour is quite good, but the Bless is just like we're getting there. So we just keep making this guy juicy. And we hit it once. What we don't want to see is like clear freezing trap. That's like the nightmare. We were very close to just killing him. Actually, we could have just played the wigs here, but don't trap me. Like, this could be a trap. The Radiant is so huge. Okay, poisonous. Got him. He got me. Was it that the beasts were poisonous, right? Still though. It's a Devour. Wait, this is one, right? Alright, bless him quickly. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. That was a super quick game. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you soon. Peace.